Hey guys, good evening and thanks for joining. So,
Yeah, good evening.
yeah, thanks. In the yesterday class, we have seen about the course content. In the today class, we are going to discuss about abbreviations or acronyms that is also called as a full form. So next 8 hours, whatever we are going to discuss about the full forms. Example, AV means antivirus, DC means data center, LAN means LAN, local area network, and so on. So it is also once again introductory call class. So our main course or content will start from Monday only. Okay. So let's start now. First one is LAN. So LAN full form you know already. So it's a local area network. Local area network. Whenever we are referring the network, basically it is not a single system. It contains multiple network devices. So all those network devices, example, our laptop or MacBook or workstation or printer or desktop or switch or server or database and so on. Okay, local area network meaning here. So it is a computer network. It will connect all the devices within a building or within a office, within a school, within a college, within a university, within a hospital and so on. Okay, so that is called local area network. So tomorrow I will provide the definition. So today class just only definition full form. That's all. Okay, it is a single location basically. Okay, here it may be required internet or maybe it is not required internet. So it is required internet. Internet also called as a public network. Nothing but anybody can access. So or may not be internet. Okay, so that is called LAN. So what is mean by, okay, so maybe or may not be, tomorrow I'll explain. Okay, tomorrow I'll provide the definition. So second one is WAN, wide area network. So wide area network, it's compulsory internet is required. So geographical location. Okay, if you want to connect all the computer devices or all the computer network devices across the geographical location, that geographical location may be, example, different continents. We have 7 continents already, you know, or maybe different countries or different cities or different town or different okay areas. That is called WAN, geographical location. And also here compulsory internet or public network is a mandatory. So internet is a mandatory for to connect two devices or two offices. Example, maybe your office is located in the California, USA, and also your office is located in Singapore. Your office is located in the Dubai, and also our office is located in the India, and so on. If we want to connect it together all these countries, then we can call it as a WAN. Not only that one, even different cities also. Example, Hyderabad, Chennai, Mumbai, Kolkata. So if you want to connect all these cities, that is also we can call it as a WAN. So if you want to connect all those geographical locations in different locations wherever it is situated, compulsory internet or public network is a mandatory. Okay. In future, we will discuss about WAN interface. Whenever we are referring WAN interface, you have to remember a word is called internet or public network. Remember, okay. Next one is MAN, metropolitan area network. So this is across the continents WAN and also across the countries or across the globe. MAN is a dedicated to within a city, okay, different areas if you want to connect together, and also within a country, different cities if you want to connect it together. We will use a MAN, metropolitan area network. Example, in our India, metropolitan cities like Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, Delhi. If you want to connect it all those cities computer network, then we can call it as a MAN. So for man also, definitely geographical locations and also public network or internet is a mandatory. Without internet or without public network, so we cannot connect together all those devices or all those offices locations. Okay, so that is called MAN, Metropolitan Area Network. How we can define this metropolitan area network? So it is a computer network or devices. If you want to connect it together, multiple locations across the metropolitan area cities, that is called MAN. Okay. So example, if I want to give one more scenario, in Hyderabad itself, our office is located in Gachibowli and also High Tech City and also in the Kukatpalli and also in Dilshuk Nagar. All those cities or all those areas, if you want to connect it together, we will use a MAN. Okay. Multiple cities or within a city, multiple areas also. That is also called as a MAN. For this one, internet or public network is a mandatory. LAN is a subset of WAN and also LAN is a subset of MAN. Okay. So nothing but if you want to connect it together multiple LANs, then we can call it as a WAN or MAN. If you want to, so practically, you can see here LAN. Example, this local area network may be considered one of the school or maybe one of the hospital or maybe one of the bank or maybe one of the pharma company or maybe one of the software company. Okay, so this is example, maybe router or switch or server. So this particular server is connected to laptop and also this is particular desktop and also this is also desktop and also this is laptop and so on. If you want to connect it together in a single location, that is called LAN and WAN, wide area network. So LAN 1, LAN 2, LAN 3, LAN 4. Example, consider this is UK, this is Singapore, this is Dubai, this is India. So if you want to connect it together, all these countries in different continents, okay, across the globe, using public network or using internet, that is called WAN, wide area network. Next one is a MAN, so metropolitan area network within a city or maybe within a country. If we want to connect it together, multiple computer network, so that is called MAN, metropolitan area network. Example, you can see this is one of the network, one is one of the hospital, one of the school, one of the college, one of the factory or one of the software company and so on. Within a city itself, it is connected together. If you want to connect it together, all these different computer networks, so compulsory public network or internet is a mandatory. Normally router will provide the internet. Router will provide the internet. If two different buildings, computer network, if you want to connect it together, or two different areas, offices, if you want to connect it together, or two different countries, or two different cities, or two different continents. If you want to connect it together, router is a mandatory device. What is router? I will explain in the future. Okay, so that is about overall these three definitions. So tomorrow, once again, I will give the definitions. Don't worry. Next one is a DC. Regularly, I will use this word. Okay, so there are two different types of full forms we have related to DC. One is a data center. Second one is domain controller. So one of the DC is a data center. So data center is also called as a physical room. Physical room or site wherever our devices connected together in a one single location, that is called data center. It is a dedicated site or room, our devices connected together, that is called data center. This is also called as on-premise. So on-premise and cloud I will use regularly. On-premise meaning here physical on-site. Physical on-site is called on-premise. On-premise interuse, meaning here face-to-face interuse. Okay, virtual interuse, nothing but through, okay, two different locations using any other channel. If you want to connect it together, that is called virtual. There is no physical, it is not required. Logically they are connected together, but physically they are separated. That is called logical or virtual. Okay, so data center, if you want to, so practically, once again, you can see here. So every organization, Every organization, they will maintain this type of data centers. So you can see here different cables are there. So all those cables are connected together in multiple devices. That may be routers, that may be switches, that may be load balancers. Okay, using RJ45, nothing but Ethernet cable, or maybe using optical fiber communication, optical cable. Okay, so this is called rack. Whatever, right? Are you able to see my screen? Are you able to see my screen?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. Thanks for the confirmation. So this is called rack. Rack mount meaning here. So whatever devices we are mounting on the rack, that is called rack mounted. What is mean wall mounted? So wall mounted meaning here, in the wall, whatever devices we are mounting, that is called wall mounted. Example, our TVs, televisions, everything is like wall mounted. Okay. So this is called rack mounted. In the rack, all those devices will connect. Rack and wall. These are the two different types of mounting part. Mounting means nothing but deployment. Okay. So a data center is required. Okay. So AC, air conditioner, data center is required. Okay. So different physical devices connected together. And also data center is required plantation outside of the data center. Data center is required continuously 24/7 to 365 days, always with a very cooling part. And also data center is required with a neat and hygienic way. And also data center is required multiple optical cables or fiber cables or Ethernet cables. It is a very expensive solution. It's a very expensive solution. Whatever drawbacks are there in the data center, if you want to move to that particular things or migrating that particular things, that is called cloud. Okay, so that is called cloud. You can see example, this one itself. So there are a lot of rack mounted, lot of physical devices, lot of servers, lot of databases. Okay, lot of, okay, so load balancers, firewalls, switches, routers, and so on. It is very expensive solution. That's why everyone is migrating to cloud. Cloud is a virtual solution. And so respect cloud service providers like example, Amazon or Azure or Google or IBM or Oracle or Alibaba. So these are all the famous cloud service providers. They will provide space to us and our services, our databases, our applications, we have to deploy in the respective cloud service providers. Once again, there are three different types of clouds we have. One is a public, private, or a hybrid. So that we can discuss later, don't worry. So this is called physical data center, guys. Regularly I will use, this is also one of the word. Okay, it is very expensive solution. It is very expensive solution. So a couple of places we have seen Microsoft, they are deploying one of the world biggest data center in Hyderabad in Naagasuri. So this was there, this news was there in the last 1 month. Okay, and also Amazon, they want to deploy world biggest second data center in the Mumbai location. This is also there 2 months back. So meaning here, they will deploy, these are all the data centers and all those routers and switches, firewalls, servers, database applications, everything they will host here. So that is meant by data center. It is a dedicated site or room wherever our so network devices will deploy. That is called data center, guys. Okay. Opposite to data center, we can call it as a cloud. It's a very cheapest solution. There are no physical room is required. There is no physical site is required. There are no hardware devices are required and so on. So next one is a DC. So one more DC we have domain controller. So domain controller, nothing but it will maintain all the users information and also it will maintain the especially authentication authorization. Authentication authorization. Example, maybe you are selected for TCS or maybe you are selected for Infosys or maybe you are selected for Wipro and so on. So your name, they will put in the domain control of Wipro, domain control of Infosys, domain control of TCS. Nothing but this employees belongs to my company. So domain control will provide authentication and authorization. Authentication meaning here providing username and password, and authorization is nothing but providing granting or permissions. That is called authorization. Okay. So domain controller, it will provide the authentication authorization, centralized authentication and authorization service. Who will maintain this centralized authentication authorization service? Windows admin team or sysadmin team. Okay. So tomorrow I'll provide the definition, don't worry. Next one is we have AV. AV means antivirus. Virus is an attack and antivirus is a solution. Anti, nothing but opposite. Okay. So virus is an attack and antivirus is a solution. Coronavirus. So that is virus. So opposite to virus is anti. Okay, antivirus. Okay, so next one is AM. AM means anti-malware. So malware means malicious software program code. So this malicious software, malicious, nothing but dangerous. So malicious, harmful, malicious, abnormal, malicious, suspicious, nothing but dangerous thing. Who will create this dangerous software program code? Attacker or hacker or intruder or threat actor or adversary. These many names are there for the hacker, guys. So AM means anti-malware. Malware is an attack and also anti-malware is a solution. Okay, opposite to malware is anti-malware. Okay. Next one is EDR. So EDR full form is endpoint detection and response. Endpoint detection and response, that is the full form. So this is nothing but next generation of antivirus. Next generation of antivirus. When you say next generation, nothing but advanced features. It contains the advanced technologies like machine learning capability and also artificial intelligence, data analytics capability, data science. Okay, all those will follow next generation. Next generation firewall, next generation antivirus, next generation SIM tool, next generation DevOps, next generation machine learning, and so on. Whenever we are referring next generation, advanced features. Okay, advanced features. That is called next gen. Okay. So EDR is a completely next generation antivirus. So traditional antivirus is different and also advanced antivirus or next generation antivirus is different. This is also one of the interview question. What is the difference between antivirus and EDR? EDR is a next generation antivirus. It contains advanced features as compared to traditional antivirus that we can discuss in the future. Next one is a DLP. Full form is data loss or data leak prevention. Meaning here, whatever data breach it is happened, how to prevent that particular data loss or data leak. Example, maybe through pen drives. You are a developer, you are developing the code. In case if you don't block our, okay, so removal devices option, obviously everybody will download the code and also they will copy to the respective pen drive or maybe external hard disk or maybe memory stick. That is one of the option how the data can be leaked. Second option, how the data can be leaked, sending the professional to personal email ID. Nothing but maybe you are a part of TCS company. You are sending an email from TCS to your personal email ID like a Gmail or Yahoo Mail or Hotmail or Outlook and so on. That is also one of the data loss or data leak. Who will do all this data loss or data leak? Obviously, internal employees. Internal employees. So another way of data loss or data leak is, so something we are posting on the social networking websites. So example LinkedIn or example Facebook or example Twitter, Instagram and so on. We should not post our company data or confidential data into the social networking websites or any other websites. Okay, that is also one of the data loss or data leak. So finally, one more way of data leak is cloud. So because our data we are hosting in the Amazon cloud or Azure cloud or maybe Google cloud and so on. How can I trust Amazon? How can I trust Azure from Microsoft? How can I trust Google from Google? Okay, we are like a leasing, we are taking care. So that's why we have to provide sufficient access controls, sufficient network access control, sufficient mandatory access control, compensative control. Okay, all those controls we have to implement. So this is also one of the favorite topic from the interview point of view, data loss or data leak prevention. Next one is FIM, file integrity monitoring. So most of the malware category of the attacks. Malware is like a category. Under malware, we have virus, worm, Trojan, ransomware, adware, spyware, mimikatz, logic bomb, zero day. There are so many attacks will come. If you want to see our practical day-to-day life, example, fruit is a category. Under the fruit, we have banana, we have watermelon, we have grapes, okay, and so on. In the similar way, sorry, malware is a category. Under malware, so we have so many attacks will come. All malware category of the attacks will come through files. Every file has unique hash value. Unique hash value. Okay, so even whenever somebody is trying to download any file, or maybe they are trying to copy some of the files, we have to monitor what they're trying to do, whether they want to adding something, whether they want to deleting something, whether they want to updating some of the files, okay, whether they are modifying something, alteration. So why we have to do that file integrity monitoring? Because most of the malware category of the attacks will come through this particular integrity data breach. So that's why we have to monitor file adding, file modification, file update, file delete, and so on. So FIM full form is file integrity monitoring. Dedicated to file integrity monitoring also we have a lot of vacancies. Okay. Next one is HID, IDS, IPS. IDS and also IPS. It is very, very favorite interview topic. What is the difference between IDS and also IPS? Intrusion detection system. So it will only detect, but it will not block. Whenever any hacker or intruder or adversary or threat actor, if they are trying to do any hacking, IDS tool will just only, it will detect nothing, but it will give the alert notification, but it will not block anything. Okay, so that is called IDS. Second one is IPS, intrusion prevention system. It will detect and also it will block. So whatever hacker is trying to do, IPS tool, it will do detection as well as blocking also. Okay, so that is called IPS, intrusion prevention system. Next one we have HIDS, host intrusion detection system. When you say host, it's like an endpoint, end user machine. What is the end user machine in any organization? Obviously, employee laptop or employee MacBook or employee workstation or employee desktop. That is called host, host machine. Whatever employee is trying to use that particular computer, we can call it as a host. So HIDS we can implement in the host level. Okay, this is nothing but endpoint security, or it is a part of endpoint protection. Next one we have HIPS, host intrusion prevention system. Okay, host level, it will detect as well as it will block. So HIDS only it will detect in the host level, but HIPS it will detect as well as it will block. Okay. Next one we have NIDS and also NIPS. All these are internet questions, guys. Network intrusion detection system, network intrusion prevention system. Okay, so network level, whenever any abnormal or malicious or suspicious activity is doing by hacker or intruder or adversary, NIDS only it will detect in the network level. On the other hand, NIPS it will detect as well as it will block in the network level. Okay. So next one we have one more IDS IPS, that is called wireless IDS and also wireless IPS. So how we can define the full form? Wireless intrusion detection system, wireless intrusion prevention system. On the Wi-Fi level, example, whenever you are visiting nowadays restaurant or any hotel or any airport or any, okay, so bus station or any hospital, they are providing free Wi-Fi. For that one, we have to register your mobile number and one OTP will come. Using that particular mobile number, you have to log in. How can you trust that particular activity, guys? How can you trust restaurant? How can you trust airport? How can you trust, okay, bus station? And how can you trust railway station and so on? So attackers, they have one small router will be there. They will hack our Wi-Fi password easily. So that's why whenever if you want to connect, especially software, I mean, corporate provided laptops, nothing but your company provided laptop. Just like that, please go and should not, so try to log into respect to Wi-Fi password, unless otherwise if it's a trusted one. Okay. So nowadays, using Wi-Fi, so many attacks are happening. So in Wi-Fi terminology, we can call a rogue, ROGUE, rogue. Rogue is nothing but wireless attacker or hacker. Okay, rogue, ROGUE, rogue means wireless attacker or hacker or intruder. Okay, so that is the full form. Malware. Malware full form is malicious software program code. So malicious software program code meaning here using programming languages like Java, HTML, JavaScript, Python, Perl, PHP, okay, C Sharp, ASP.NET, React to JS, okay, and so on. So many programming languages we have. Using all those programming languages, attacker will develop some of the harmful software. That harmful software he will inject into the database side, application side, server side, laptop side or MacBook side, and also network side and cloud side. Finally, he will compromise if you don't have sufficient controls. So that is called malware. Enter a question. What is malware? Could you please provide 3 or 4 examples of malware? It is a malicious software program code is designed by hacker is called malware. Okay. Next one is FW. So FW full form is firewall. Firewall. Okay, whenever any fire will come, wall will detect as well as a block. That is called firewall. Fire indirectly it is like attacks. Wall it will block. Firewall. Okay, that's a firewall symbol. It will look like a wall. Okay, so firewall, what exactly it will do? It will monitor inbound traffic and outbound traffic, and based on the policies we configure, either it will detect or either it will block or either it will allow. That is called firewall. Example, in our day-to-day, if you want to explain, take example your own house. Okay, your individual house is there, and in between your house and also street. Okay, in between your house and street, so you will put wall or fencing. Okay, or fencing or wall. Okay, that wall, how it will prevent any thieves or robbers. Okay, if they want to steal something in our house, it will prevent. So same thing, this is applicable to firewall. So street is like a public property, road is like a public property in front of your house, and wall is like a ever in between your house and also in your street or road. How that wall, it will act as a protective device for your house. Same way, firewall will act as a protective device for organization level. Always whenever firewall topic will come, you can compare with your individual house along with outside of your street. How your wall or fencing, it is acting as a wall. So firewall also will act as intermediate device between public and also internal. So that is called firewall, guys. So firewall will monitor inbound traffic and outbound traffic, and whenever any issues will happen, either it will allow the traffic or block the traffic, or maybe it will alert the traffic. That is called firewall. Okay. So next one is NGFW. Please understand the concepts. There is no need to buy hat anything. So NGW is nothing but next generation firewall. So when you say next generation firewall, it has advanced features. So previously we have seen next generation antivirus, that is called EDR. In the similar way, next generation firewall has advanced features as compared to traditional firewall. Okay, so whenever we are referring next generation, it has a more capability and also more features. That's why it is called next generation. So next one is WAF. WAF full form is Web Application Firewall. So next generation firewall, it will prevent the attacks up to layer number 4, nothing but transport layer. But web application firewall, it will prevent dedicated to layer number 7. What is mean by layer number 7? What is mean by layer number 4? We can discuss part of OSA layers. Okay. So here also up to layer number 7. So, but web application dedicated to layer number 7. Dedicated to. Okay, next generation firewall, it will prevent layer number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Those attacks it will block. That is called next generation firewall. Up to means layer number 1 to layer number 7. So web application firewall is belongs to dedicated layer number 7. That is nothing but application layer. That we can see later. Next one we have SIEM. Security, information, and event management. So this is our main tool. It is a unified management tool. It is a log collection, log processing, log analysis, log monitoring, and also incident investigation tool. So SIM tool, okay, full form is security information and event management. What exactly SIM tool it will do? It will do the collection of the logs. It will do processing of the logs. It will do analyzing of the logs. It will do monitoring of the logs. Finally, it will take care of instant investigation as well. So that is called SIEM. Okay. Next one is a log. Log is nothing but any action or any computer recorded activity. That is called log. So these logs only our SIM tool it will collect. So what is any action or any computer recorded activity? Take example, any organization. Okay. So take example hospital itself. Hospital has a database, hospital has application, hospital has a cashier, hospital has a bank account, and so on. Okay, what our cashier is trying to do, so obviously he will collect the cash. So that is one type of action. In the similar way, so doctor, so he will do scanning, or maybe he will do some testing, and he will identify some diseases and so on. So that is also one of the action. All those actions, back end, some of the log will be generated. That is called log. So when that particular, every log has a timestamp, what time that particular action it is defined, and also what is the action it has defined, what exactly user has done, and so on. If you want to say in corporate IT or software industry or BPO industry and so on, every organization contains obviously HR team, legal team, admin team, data science or big data or machine learning, DevOps, TechOps, SecOps, and so on. Everybody 9 o'clock they will log in, and also 6 o'clock they will log out. In between 9 to 6, what our HR team is trying to do, what our application developers they are trying to do, what a product development team they are trying to do, what a admin team they are trying to do, what a security team they are trying to do. Everything it is action. That action it will represent in computer recorded activity. That computer recorded activity we can call it a log. Those activity only will integrate to SIM tool. Whatever activity respect to end users, respect to team members they are trying to do, that logs only we are integrating SIM tool. So that's why SIM tool full form is SIM, security information and event management. It will do log collection. When you say log collection, whatever recorded activity all the employees are there trying to do, it will do collection. Once it will collect the logs, then it will do processing. It will process those logs. Once processing is completed, it will analyze the logs. Once it will analyze the logs, based on the whatever hacker is trying to do, it will generate one alert notification. Nothing but so and so attack is happening in your organization. Finally, as a L1 team, L2 team, and L3 team, we will take care of the instant investigation or forensic analysis. So that is called SIM tool, guys. Don't worry, tomorrow we can discuss once again. Next one is UBA. UBA full form is user entity behavioral analytics. Okay, this is UBA, also called as a UBA. UBA. It is advanced technology in the cyber security, guys. UBA is an advanced technology in the cyber security. So it is a combination of both machine learning, artificial intelligence, and data analytics. So nowadays, our antivirus are EDR tools. Nowadays, our firewalls, nowadays, our SIM tools, they has a capability of machine learning, artificial intelligence, data analytics. So why it will be useful? Okay, so before going to how it will be useful, first of all, what is meant by user? User nothing but every employee. Entity. Entity general meaning is organization. But in this scenario, entity is nothing but asset. Entity means asset. Okay. Whenever we are referring entity, it is like asset. So when you say asset, that may be laptop, LT means laptop, or MacBook, or workstation, WS is called workstation, or desktop, or all these servers. So once you are onboarding any company, first thing is your manager, they will call you, did you receive your asset or not? What is meant by that one? Did you receive your laptop or not? That is meant by asset. Okay. Why I'm giving this much particular in depth? Because one of the student is asking, what is my asset, sir? My manager is asking. Asset means whether you received your laptop or MacBook or not. That is called asset. Asset, another meaning property, that is different. But in software or IT or corporate IT and so on, asset means any device, whatever we are using for operations, that is called asset. Entity means here asset. So based on the user behavior, based on the asset behavior, using machine learning, data analytics, and also artificial intelligence, alert will be generated. So that is called UBA or UBA. Okay. So this approach really helpful for us to identify unknown attacks. Nowadays, only 70% of the attacks are known attacks. Not 70, 30 only. 30% of the attacks are known attacks. Remaining 70% of the attacks are unknown attacks. We don't know what attacker is trying to do. Unknown, 70% is unknown out of 100. Remaining 30 only known attacks. So example, if you want to say known attacks, 2.5 years back or 3 years back. So coronavirus, we don't have any medicine or any vaccination or any medication. That is like unknown to us. But after 1.5 years of this particular doctors, R&D team of pharma companies and so on, they identified or they found, okay, respect to medicine, unknown to it will become known now. Okay. So 2019 March month time period. So coronavirus is like unknown to us. By 2020 June, it is like known to us. Okay, same concept you can apply here as well. Out of 100 attacks are happening, or out of 100 viruses are coming, only, okay, so 30 viruses we know. Remaining 70% we don't know. That is the reason we have to implement this UBA concept. So once we are implementing this UBA concept, our tool, it will use machine learning capability, data analytics. When you say data analytics, it is a combination of both mathematical calculation and statistical approach. Probability, we studied 10th standard. Statistics. Using that particular probability, mathematical calculation, and also statistics, it will identify risk score. Final alert will be generated. That is called UBA, guys. Example, if I want to give one more scenario, whenever fever will come, so we have medication. So we have to use this particular tablet or pill. Whenever any cold or flu will come, so we have to use this particular medication or tablet or pill. Okay. So that is already all these particular diseases, we have medication. That is like a signature. But whenever any new virus is coming, whether we have any medication, no, it is like an unknown to us. In that scenario, this UBA really will help us. This machine learning capability, artificial intelligence capability, data analytics capability using mathematical calculation, statistical approach, probability concepts. So this, it will suspect this one, maybe it is a real attack. That is called UBA, guys. Tomorrow we can discuss in depth. SOAR, security, orchestration, and automated response. So security, orchestration, and automated response. It is also one of the advanced technology. Okay, it is also one of the advanced technology. So nowadays every SIM tool has this SOAR capability as well. Whatever attacker is trying to do, this SOAR capability or licensing, it will identify and we can block there itself that particular activity. It will do orchestration, combining together, that is called orchestration. Automated response, automatically we can block everything there itself. In the name itself, it is suggesting combining together as a security and blocking the malicious activity. That is called SOAR, security orchestration automated response. So next one, that is also we can discuss in future. CIA. It is one of the very favorite interview question. Confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Interview question. What is CIA triad? Triad means triangle. Triangle, three sides. Okay. C means confidentiality, I means integrity, and A means availability. This is also called AIC triad. Triad means triangle. So A means availability, I means integrity, and C means confidentiality. Okay. So both are same only. There is no confusion. AIC or CIA, both are same only. Couple of people they will use CIA, couple of people they will use AIC. Okay. Next one is HTTP, hyper text transfer protocol. It's a web browsing protocol. Whenever if you want to open any application, example www.facebook.com, you're browsing something in your mobile or you're browsing something in your laptop or MacBook and workstation. Hypertext transfer protocol. So full form is hypertext transfer protocol. It is a non-secure protocol. It's a dangerous protocol. Port number is 80. It will not provide any authentication, authorization, non-replication, integrity, confidentiality. So HTTPS. So we can discuss all these things, parts of ports and protocols. We have separate topic is there. Hypertext transfer protocol, security. So it's a secure protocol. So example, maybe Google. So example, take Google. So how we can say that it's secure protocol or secure web application or not? Connection is secure. Okay. And certificate is a valid, trusted worthy. Trusted certificate they are trying to do. If any website, whenever you are trying to access, if lock symbol is there, that is called trusted website or trusted application. If lock symbol is not there, something it is like coming as a red color. Don't trust that one. Don't trust that one. Okay. Don't do any payment also there because hackers, they will hack your money. Okay. So that is called HTTPS. Once again, in-depth analysis, SSL, TLS, mutual authentication. We can discuss in future. SSL, secure socket layer. Okay, nothing but it will use this application, whatever we are trying to see, this particular certificate, it will be SSL. Okay. So there are different types of algorithms we will use. Diffie-Hellman, elliptical curve cryptography, RSA, and so on. Don't worry. SSH, secure socket layer. So this is also web browsing purpose. Will SSL also will use for web browsing. SSH, if you want to log into any Unix operating system, example, a Red Hat Linux server or CentOS or Docker or container or Kubernetes platform, okay, and so on. Ubuntu, Debian, all these SSH they will use. This is applicable to Linux. Inter question also. What is the difference between HTTP and HTTPS? And also what is the difference SSL and SSH? SSL is a secure socket layer. SSL we can use in the web application using different types of versions. SSH is used to log into the Unix operating system servers like Red Hat Enterprise Linux, CentOS, Debian, Ubuntu, Docker, container, Kubernetes, and so on. It's like a virtual terminal. Next one is AD. AD means Active Directory. Active Directory. When you say Active Directory, mobile directory, what is mean a mobile directory? Directory of the contact numbers, that is called mobile directory. Active Directory meaning here, same concept is applicable to organization level also. Directory of all the users information, directory of all the computers information is called as Active Directory. How we are calling it as a mobile directory, same thing is applicable to Active Directory as well. How you are saving your first name and last name, mobile number, email address, which company it belongs to, that is called mobile directory. Whenever you are saving a contact number in your mobile. In the similar way, Active Directory meaning here, directory of all the users information, computer information, laptop information, MacBook information, server information, database information, and so on. That is called Active Directory. Okay. Next one is a GUI. GUI means graphical user interface. When you say graphical user interface, this is also called user console. Example, facebook.com. So whatever this, okay, web browsing application you're able to see, this is called graphical user interface. It is user friendly. Okay, this is also called a GUI or a GUI. Couple of people, they will call it as a GUI, graphical user interface. Couple of folks, they will call it as a GUI. Okay, graphical user interface, nothing but user console. So user console meaning here, so whoever end user or client, they are trying to enter that particular application, that is called user console or graphical user interface or GUI. YouTube, Gmail, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those are graphical user interface. There is no need to remember anything. Just we have to enter our email address or phone number, password, click on login button. It will open Facebook. It is user friendly. You are not remember anything except your email address or phone number and also password. Opposite to GUI or GUI, we have CLI. Command line interface. Command line interface is very dangerous, guys. We have to remember so many commands. Example, in my laptop, if I want to show command line interface, example, I will show CMD, command prompt. All Linux, everything is a command line interface. We have to remember so many commands. Example, if I want to see what is the IP address of my machine, I'll enter ipconfig. I have to remember ipconfig command now. I have to remember ipconfig command now. Whether you are remembering any command from the graphical user interface? No, it is very user friendly. So always command line interface, we have to remember the commands. Okay, in the similar way, if I want to see what is MAC address of my laptop, get MAC. This is my MAC address of the laptop. I have to remember this command now. Okay, always command line interface is dangerous. We have to remember a lot of commands. All Linux platform, Docker, container, CentOS, Red Hat, Ubuntu, everything is command line interface. We have to remember almost all the commands. Especially for troubleshooting purpose, even firewalls, even the servers, we have to remember so many commands. Okay, but on the other hand, graphical user interface or user console or GUI, it's user friendly. There is no need to remember any commands. Everything we can do in the browser level itself. So that is the difference between graphical user interface and CLI. Daily whatever YouTube shorts you are seeing, or maybe Facebook you are opening, or Twitter you are opening, or maybe okay YouTube you are opening, or Gmail you are opening, all those completely GUI based. Okay, it is user friendly. Next one is the BCP, business continuity planning. So next one is a DR, disaster recovery. BIA, business impact analysis. The BCP, business continuity planning. Example, maybe in Hyderabad, TCS Madhapur, or TCS Aryabhatta, or TCS High Tech City. Entire Hyderabad, lot of floods has come. 1 week you can consider how they will continue the business operation. Now it's a work from option. Okay, so because of earthquakes, maybe TCS High Tech City building is completely demolished. Maybe because of tufan, maybe because of floods, maybe because of tornadoes. All these are called natural calamities. Unfortunately, we are not able to access the respective. Okay, so our business application, how we are continuing business from different locations. Example, TCS, High Tech City, or Madhapura, or maybe Gachibowli, or maybe Aryabhatta, whatever, it is not working due to earthquakes, due to flooding, due to rains, due to tsunami, due to tornadoes, and so on. In that scenario, TCS Chennai, TCS Bangalore, TCS Pune, TCS Noida, or TCS Bangalore, and so on, they will continue the business from other alternative location. That is called BCP, business continuity planning. Okay, so that is also part of information security. DR means disaster recovery. Always we have to maintain the backup. That backup in the our terminology in the information security, we can call disaster recovery. Disaster, some of the harmful things, some of the natural calamities happen, that is called disaster. Always disaster recovery site is 100 kilometers or 200 kilometers or 500 kilometers away from primary site. Example, maybe your phone is switched off. Your phone is switched off. So why you are using backup charger? Because you want to make the continuity of the phone, to make a calls or to make a messages and so on. Same thing applicable to here also. So maybe example, High Tech City, Hyderabad, some floods has come. That doesn't mean that in Vijayawada also floods will come. That doesn't mean that in Vizag also floods will come. That doesn't mean that in Bangalore floods will come. Based on geographical locations. That's why always disaster recovery site either 100 kilometers or 200 kilometers or 300 kilometers far distance they will build it. Primary site and secondary site or alternative site. That is also called as a backup site. Okay. Next one is BIA, business impact analysis. Whenever any application is going down, or whenever any server is going down, or whenever any system is got compromised, what is business impact? Example, Zomato app, or Rapido app, or Uber app, or maybe Flipkart, or maybe Amazon, or maybe Walmart, or maybe Swiggy. All these applications are going down. How they will continue the business operations? If they don't have backup site or backup continuity. Take example, Amazon India itself, or Amazon.com. All over the world, right? 195 countries, people everywhere, 24 bar 7 into 365 days, they will place the orders. Even 1 minute outage also Amazon website, they have a lot of millions of the dollars business loss. In that scenario, any outage will come. What is impact? Okay, so that impact, okay, so that way financial impact, that way people impact. That is called business impact analysis. One more scenario I will give. ICICI net banking or HDFC net banking or SBI net banking. That server itself, it is down wherever the application is hosted. Whether we are able to go and transfer the money, impossible, because that particular net banking site is down. Whether all the customers they will trust SBI, no, then they will look into alternatives. Either they will go for Axis Bank, whether they will go for Citibank, whether they will go for Standard Chartered Bank, and so on. So that's why we have to think about business impact analysis as well. Next one is RCA, root cause analysis. Root cause analysis. Whenever any problem will come, why, where, when, how that particular problem has occurred, what is the recommendation solution, what is mitigation, that is called root cause analysis. Okay, so don't think only cybersecurity people will think of root cause analysis. It's not like that. One of the application developers, they developed wrong program code. One of the product development team, they developed wrong program code. One of the DevOps guy, he developed wrong way of developing the CI/CD pipeline. Okay, in that scenario, why that bug it is happened? What the reason? Where, when, why, how it is particular issue it is occurred? That is called root cause analysis. It is like a lessons learned. In future, you should not repeat once again. Problem solving basically. Okay. Next one is OASP, the Open Web Application Security Project. Enter a question. What is OASP top 10? What is OASP? It is an institution or organization. It will provide top 10 attacks related to application layer, related to application, related to websites. That is called OASP, the Open Web Application Security Project. It is an institutional organization. It will provide so application layer 7 top 10 attacks. That is called OASP. Okay. So next one is CIS, Center for Internet Security. It is a hardening benchmark. If you whatever servers team they are developing the servers or databases, so we have to do some of the configuration related to security. We no need to do respect to servers team, they will take care. Whatever servers team they are configuring, whether it is correct or not. So that security initial configuration settings, we can call it as, since it is an organization or institution, once again, it will provide. Okay, so hardening benchmark related things. When you say hardening, so initial setup configuration related to security. Next one, TTP. Very, very favorite topic interview, TTP. Tactics, techniques, and technical procedures. Tactics and techniques and procedures, that is called TTP. It is one of the very, 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 very favorite interview question. Whatever tactic attacker is using, whatever techniques attacker is using, and what is the preventive mechanism, that is called procedure. Okay. So next one is SOC, Security Operation Center. It is like a control room where our cyber security analyst or information security analyst, they will sit and they will monitor 24/7 into 365 days. Nothing but each and every second, is there any hacking is happening? It is a dedicated site or room where people can sit and they will monitor security 24/7 into 365 days. That is called SOC. Another name for SOC, SET, yesterday I told you, Computer Emergency Response Team, or CSIRT, Cyber Security Incident Response Team, or SIRT, Security Incident Response Team, alternative names or other names for SOC. Okay. So in the public sector or government sector, they will call it SET, Computer Emergency Response Team. Microsoft, HSBC, Amazon, they will call CSIRT. It's a private sector. Cyber Security Incident Response Team. Standard Chart and also some other bank, they will call SIRT. So Security Incident Response Team. TCS, Infosys, Wipro, Cognizant, Accenture, Accenture, Emphasis, Mindtree, Capgemini, all those companies, they'll call it a SOC, Security Operations Center. Okay. So next one is SMTP. It is one of the very, very favorite interview question. What is port number for SMTP? Okay, port number 25. Simple mail transfer protocol. Nothing but indirectly, this is also called it as email server or Exchange server or UCS server or Outlook 365 or Office 365. Okay, alternative for SMTP server, email server or Exchange. Nothing but you are exchanging the mails. UCS, Unified Communication, or Office 365, Outlook 365, or Gmail or Hotmail and so on. Next one we have SNMP. We will repeat once again all these. Simple Network Management Protocol. It will provide what are the devices are there in our organization level. Example, how many routers are there, how many switches are there, how many laptops we have, how many desktops we have, and so on. It will do discovery. That is called SNMP. Port number is 161. RDP, remote desktop. If you want to access from your system to another system, example, maybe my colleague system I want to access, or maybe I want to access one of the Microsoft Windows server. I will use RDP. So remote desktop. From my system, example from my laptop, if I want to use or if you want to connect any other system, remote desktop connection, I will enter the host name or computer name or fully qualified domain name or IP address of the device. Then example, maybe 10.10.10.1 or maybe appserver.com or maybe databaseserver.com and connect. Then I am able to log into the respective database server or respective computer or respective server or respective MacBook and so on. So that is called remote. Through remote, I'm connecting from my particular system. Okay. So these are all the couple of definitions we will use regularly. Not definitions. These are all just acronyms or full forms. So many are there. Not only this one, DNS, domain name system, DHCP, dynamic host configuration protocol, ERP. Internet question. What is ARP? Address resolution protocol. RARP. Reverse of ARP. Reverse address resolution protocol. TCP. Transmission control protocol. All these things we'll discuss once again. Don't worry. UDP. User datagram protocol. Okay. So many SSL, SSH, HTTPS. Okay. So next one syslog. Okay. So POP3 post office protocol, IMAP, ping, ICMP. There are so many. So that one we can discuss parts of ports and protocol. So couple of things we discussed here. These are all protocols only. Once again, we have separate topic is there ports and protocols. There we can discuss in-depth analysis of all these. What each and every protocol function, port number, and so on. Okay. So we will use these words regularly in our classes. It's the full forms. Tomorrow, what are we discussed in the today class, I'll provide, okay, definitions. I'll provide definitions tomorrow. Okay. So that's all for today, guys. So there is no need to remember anything in the today class. Just what is full form, you have to remember. That's it. And you can watch 1 or 2 times this particular video and you can make a notes. Really, it will helpful. I given a lot of depth analysis. Example, UBA. It is one of the very, very favorite interview question. SOAR. It is one of the very, very favorite interview question. All these are interview questions only. IDS IPS interview question. Network IDs, network IPs interview question. Firewall interview question. WAF is interview question. SIM tool is interview question. SOC is interview question. So many interview questions are there in this particular topic also. Okay. So that's all for today, guys. We'll continue tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Okay. Do you have any questions? As I said, there is no, actually our class is not started yet. Our main classes will start from Monday only. So tomorrow and day after tomorrow, once again, we'll provide the definitions. Today, what are we discussed? LAN, WAN, MAN, and so on. For all those things, I will provide the definitions tomorrow and day after tomorrow. Monday onwards, our main classes will start.
Sir,
Yes,
good evening,
please.
sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
sir, I have a question regarding my friend. Actually,
Yeah.
his background for his diploma is
Hmm.
wanted to enter into cyber security.
Okay.
Is that possible for him to enter, sir?
Yes, he can. But when did he pass out?
In 2017.
Yeah, that's fine. Already 7 people are selected. If you want tomorrow, I'll
Oh,
bring one of the person. Ganesh is handling everything, right? So
okay,
documents upload, download, and so on. He also belongs to
okay.
diploma candidate only. So many candidates are selected for diploma as well. Around 7 to 8. Yes, he
So
can.
once he, yeah, okay, sir. So he can join, sir. Okay, I
Yes.
will let him know that he will join in this group.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
Hi,
he will
sir.
attend the offline class.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Hi,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
This is Preeti.
Hi, Preeti.
Good evening, sir.
Good
So
evening.
actually, I am from the science background.
Okay.
Yeah, as you already told that, but again, when I'm seeing all these definitions and full forms, I'm just little scared about sir whether
Yeah,
I
that's
can
what
go
Preeti.
through
Yesterday
this.
also. No, there is no need to worry about anything, Preeti. So as I said yesterday also, it will take 1 week to digest everything. Don't worry about that one and don't lose your confidence. Okay. So don't demotivate yourself. This is very first class only. And we have another 80 classes we have. Okay. So this first class only, there is no need to worry. It will take 1 week to adjust all these new terminology.
And you know one thing, sir, actually this everything, this all confidence I got from Divya because she's also from the
Yeah.
from science background and she got selected. That is why I'm very
Okay.
confident to join here. So thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Any other?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Jeenath.
Sir, what is the difference between SSL and SSH?
SSL is secure socket layer. Every web application, we will use SSL TLS certificates. Okay. If we want to access any web application with a secure way of communication, example, something you are ordering in Amazon. So you want to do payment as a example UPI or maybe example debit card or credit card or net banking. How can you trust Amazon? Because you are entering your confidential data related to your debit card or maybe your credit card or maybe your API, sorry, UPI, or maybe your banking related details. So secure way of web communication, we can call it SSL. So coming back to SSH, it is secure socket layer. It is a virtual terminal. From your laptop, if you want to log into any other system related to Unix operating system, we will use SSH using port number 22. That is the main difference.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Once again, I'll explain all these things in future. Don't worry.
Okay, sir.
Any other? Yes, Suresh.
Hi, sir.
Hi.
Sir, can you provide this video?
Already
What's-
uploaded. Already uploaded. Yesterday class I uploaded, and also John 23rd I gave a demo, right? That class also I uploaded. Did you receive or not?
Not, sir. No, sir. I have not received that one.
Did you provide your email address?
Yeah, already provided, sir.
How many people got the email link?
Sir, we don't got any access, sir.
Is it
Yes,
so?
sir.
Okay, by end of today, EOD means end of the day, I will provide all the access to everybody.
Okay, sir.
Thank
Yeah.
you, sir.
You're welcome. Okay, guys, we will continue tomorrow evening 7:30. Thank you so much.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
May tumagdi ka na kita, is may stress like mo.